that I think we have a longer runway. So I don't know how much we're going to go up this year. I think it could be 200,000. That might be it, right? It might be 500,000. Like if it was 200,000, I'd be very happy. If it was 500,000, I'd be very happy. It doesn't matter, right? I definitely don't think right now that 2026 will be a down year, and I don't think Bitcoin does not need the Bitcoin strategic reserve. We will do fine without it. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Fred begins by addressing Bitcoin's potential price movements in the near term, expressing optimism but also caution. While acknowledging the possibility of Bitcoin reaching $200,000 or even $500,000 this year, he emphasizes that the precise numbers are less important than the broader trajectory. He dismisses the idea of being fixated on short-term cycles, such as halving events or miner activity, as drivers of Bitcoin's value. Instead, Fred suggests a paradigm shift. The focus should be on how long it will take Bitcoin to reach milestones like $500,000 or $1 million, rather than if it will happen. He believes Bitcoin's growth is inevitable, even if it takes a few years.
Please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space and drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
I don't think that the mining cycle or anything has anything to do with anything at this point. We are at the tail end of that mining argument, where what the miners did mattered. I don't think it matters anymore. So I think we just have to get rid of the cycles idea. And I understand we've had it. We've had it for the first 3 cycles, really bad. There was, this was, but I don't think it matters right now. I just don't think it matters. I really don't. So, I think the real question is not, how much do we get next year? I think the real question is, how long does it take us to get to 500,000 or $1 million, and it may take us a couple of years, and that's fine. It's, it's perfect. So my view is, I also kind of view that the Bitcoin strategic reserve, look, it may happen and there may be this, but look, America's kind of broke right now. So I don't see them, kind of spend, and we've got to refinance $7 trillion in treasury bonds this year. So I don't see us really contributing a lot of money to this strategic Bitcoin reserve. Trump's got he got his work cut out for him on many, many different fronts, right? To kind of curb immigration. He's got to clean up this excess government waste. He's got to do a lot of stuff. And I don't think Bitcoin does not need the Bitcoin strategic reserve. We will do fine without it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. The only thing I really want or expect him to do is to label the existing Bitcoin that he has as a Bitcoin strategic reserve and stop. That's it. I think fixing the United States is more important than buying a lot of Bitcoin right now. That's my view. I feel like there's enough problems with the United States. We got into enough problems with the Biden administration, and even before, right? We got a broken house, a broken car. Let's fix the car, and let's give Bitcoin a room to run, because it's going to run all by itself. It does not need training wheels at this point, and I just feel like there's so much money that wants to get into that will want to get into Bitcoin, that we don't need to come up with Middle Eastern buyers or strategic reserve or anything else. I think it's just naturally we're going to have this mass of money want to find itself there. And so, and it will, in particular, if America is Bitcoin friendly. And all it just needs to do is, well, the most important thing I think is to solve this Operation Choke Point 2.0. You know, like we need to make banks be able to hold Bitcoin. We need to stop criminalizing people like you or me who bought Bitcoin a little earlier, you know, than the average dog. And, you know, we should be part of the financial system. That's it, you know? And so, you know, and we should make it legitimate for businesses to own Bitcoin. We shouldn't penalize them. So we got to end this kind of crusade by the FDIC and Elizabeth Warren and everybody else on Bitcoin, right? That's the most important thing. Like, let's end the crusade on Bitcoin against Bitcoin and Bitcoiners, right? Let's stop that. And yeah, if you want to, if we can buy some more Bitcoin, great. We don't need to do it right now. I don't think that's needed. There's so much money out there that it will just naturally come it'll raise the price naturally. And so, and I also, in a way, I don't want to blow off top either. You know, I actually don't want one, you know,
Okay.
because blow off tops usually are followed by nuclear winters, you know, and I don't know, like, I don't want another 2022 or a 2018. You know, I'd rather have just a mild, you know, correction like we had when the Germans sold their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, down 30%, whatever. Okay. Like, you know, we just don't need massive people going completely berserk on 100x options and everything else. We don't need that. That's not good, right?
Yeah.
And companies going bankrupt and Sam Bankman-Fried's and all the rest. We really don't need that. Like, the best case forward would be, you know, if we doubled this next year, we doubled again in 2026. Like, how great would that be? You know,
That would be phenomenal. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And everybody be a little bit upset. Like, oh, we only went up to 200K. We did a Bitcoin reserve, but we didn't put much in it. And fine. Absolutely fine. I'm the happiest guy in the, you know.
Fred describes Bitcoin's growth as complete and utter inevitability. He believes the asset is uniquely positioned to attract capital from overvalued real estate, bonds, and stocks. However, he cautions that this transition will take time. Wealthy investors and institutions are still in the early stages of understanding Bitcoin's value proposition. While skepticism remains, Fred is confident that the tide will turn within the next 5 years.
So I just, I'm just not. I feel like we need to kind of stop the like the hype of like the Dennis Porter kind of stuff. You know, like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is signing this, and then, you know, Ohio is going to do this. Like, guys, like, calm. It doesn't matter. Like, we're not in this race to hype to blow off this. And like, we're good. We already won. Now with Trump in, we have won.
Yes.
So we have won. Like, we're going to win. You know, so I think it's kind of like, you know, smell the roses, enjoy life, and let's not get bent out of shape because we don't do a 10x. If we do, and I'm with you, Nico, look, human greed is such that it's very possible that we get some completely insane blow off top. It is possible, right? Why? Because, you know, it's not going to be, but it won't be the same kind of people. It won't be the kind of the degen retail from, you know, 2020, 2021, right? Or 2017. It won't be the same guys who bought Tron and, you know, and FTX and, you know, Solana and stuff in 2020. What I think it's going to be is a bunch of extremely wealthy, rich people who all of a sudden sit there and go, wait a second, I only own 0.01% of my net worth in IBIT. Maybe I increase that to 2%. And that, if we get that shifting, you know, that'll just completely, you know, that's what could do it, right? Because there's so much of this money that's in real estate, that's in bonds, that's in overpriced stocks, and they don't have enough allocation. They have no allocation to Bitcoin. So to me, it's like a complete and utter inevitability that happens. But these people are very, as you know, they're very, very. We're still at the point where they're bad mouthing Bitcoin. They're like, yeah, maybe not really an asset. There's no intrinsic value. So it may take a little longer than 1 year for them to completely come to, but I don't think it's going to take longer than 5 years. I think, to me, the horse race started a year ago with the ETF.
Yes.
Because before the ETF, like, you're some wealthy guy in Miami, right? Are you going to go buy a cold card, learn to use that thing, and then move some money, buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, and then move that? You're not going to do that, right? I mean, the amount of wealthy people who do that, it's very small, right? And they're not going to leave. They may have a Coinbase account or something, but they're not going to leave $5 million on Coinbase, 10 million. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what wealthy people do. They have wealth managers, they're conservative, they have places, brokerage accounts that they had money in for 30, 50 years, And I mean, I've had my Goldman Sachs account since 1998, you know what I mean? Or 95, so we're not, people are cautious with their money. They're not like, oh, new paradigm, I'm going to put all my money in Coinbase. No, they're not going to do it.
A recurring theme in Fred's analysis is patience. He urges the Bitcoin community to resist the urge to chase hype or push for rapid, unsustainable growth. Instead, he advocates for a steady, organic adoption process that allows Bitcoin to integrate seamlessly into the global financial system. Fred's pragmatic approach is a refreshing departure from the speculative exuberance that often dominates crypto discussions. He reminds viewers that Bitcoin has already won. The focus now should be on fostering a healthy ecosystem that supports long-term growth.